¿Qué tal? Buenas noches, tarde, pero con sueño, de sin sueño, pero es tarde. Voy a ver si puedo leer un ratito, unos 15 minutos perdida, pero a ver, como pueden ver me corté la greña, está pelón el chavo, pero anyways, creo que me quedé por aquí. He went up to Resumin's room on the fifth floor. The latter was at home in his garret, busily writing at the moment, and he opened the door himself. It was 4 months since they had seen each other. Resumin was sitting in a ragged dressing gown, with slippers on his bare feet, unkempt, unshaven, and unwashed. His face showed surprise. "Is it you?" he cried. He looked his comrade up and down. Then, after a brief pause, he whistled. As hard up as all that. "Why, brother, you've cut me out," he added, looking at Raskolnikov's rags. "Come sit down. You're tired. I'll be bound." And when he had sunk down on the American leather sofa, which was even worse condition than his own, Razumin saw at once that his visitor was ill. "Why, you are seriously ill. Do you know that?" He began feeling his pulse. Raskolnikov pulled away his hand. "Never mind," he said. "I have come for this. I have no lessons. I wanted, but I don't want lessons. But I say, you are delirious. You know?" Razmin observed, watching him carefully. "No, I am not." Raskolnikov got up from the sofa as he had mounted the stairs to Razmin's. He had not realized that he would be meeting his friend face to face. Now, in a flash, he knew that he was least of all disposed for at that moment was to be face to face with anyone in one anyone in the wide world. His spleen rose. His spleen. I feel like I've heard that before, but I'm unsure what that means. Oh, spleen. The spleen is the que viene siendo eso como el riñón. Filters blood. Creo que sí son los riñones. Un riñón, supongo. His spleen rose within him. He almost choked with rage at himself as soon as he crossed Resumin's threshold. "Goodbye," he said abruptly, and walked to the door. "Stop, stop, you queer fish." "I don't want to," said the other, again pulling away his hand. "Then why the devil have you come? Are you mad or what? Why, this is almost insulting. I won't let you go like that." "Well, then, I came to you because I know no one but you who could help. To begin, because you are kinder than anyone, clever, I mean, and can judge. And now I see that I want nothing. Do you hear? Nothing at all. No one's services, no one's sympathy. I am by myself, alone." Come, that's enough. Leave me alone. Stay a minute, you sweep. You are a perfect madman, as you like for all I care. I have no lessons, do you see? And I don't care about that. But there's a bookseller, Heruvim, Herumi, Heruvimov, and he takes the place of a lesson. I would not exchange him for 5 lessons. He's doing publishing of a kind and issuing natural science manuals. And what a circulation they have. The very titles are worth the money. You're always maintained that I was a fool. But by Jove, my boy, there are greater fools than I am. Now he is setting up for being advanced. Not that he is not that he has an inkling or of anything, but of course, I encourage him. Here are 2 signatures of the German text. In my opinion, the crudest charlatanism. It discusses the question: is a woman a human being? And of course, damn, bro, different times, huh? And of course, triumphantly proves that she is, as it should, as it should. Sorry. Herub Heruvimov is going to bring out this work as a contribution to the women question. I am translating it. He will expand these 2.5 signatures into these 2.5 signatures into 6. We shall make up a gorgeous title, half a page long, and bring it out at half a ruble. It will do. He pays me 6 rubles the signature. It works out to 15 rubles for the job. And I've had 6 already in advance. When we have finished this, we are going to begin translation about whales. And then some of the dullest scandals out of the second part of Les Confessions. Les Confessions. We have marked for translation. Somebody has told Hiruvimov that Rousseau was a kind of Radishchev, Radishchev. Damn, bro. Radishchev. You may be sure I don't contradict him. Hang him. Well, would you like to do the second signature of is woman a human being? If you would, take the German and pens and paper, all those provided, and take 3 rubles. For as I have had 6 rubles in advance of the whole thing, 3 rubles come to you for your share. And when you have finished the signature, there will be another 3 rubles for you. And please don't think I'm doing you a service. Quite the contrary. As soon as you came in, I saw how you could help me. To begin with, I am weak in spelling. And secondly, I am sometimes utterly adrift in German. So that I make up as I go along for the most part. The only comfort is that it's bound to be changed for the better. Though, who can tell? Maybe it's sometimes for the worse. Will you take it? Raskolnikov took the German sheets in silence, took the 3 rubles, and without a word went out. Razumin gazed after him in astonishment, but when Raskolnikov was in the next street, he turned back, mounted the stairs to Razumin's again, And laying on the table the German article and the 3 rubles went out again, still without uttering a word. Are you raving or what? The resume shouted, roused to fury at last. Sorry, give me a sec. Mm, fury at last. What farce is this? You'll drive me crazy too. What did you come to see me for? Damn you. I don't want translation, muttered Raskolnikov from the stairs. Then what the devil do you want? Shouted Razumin from above. Raskolnikov continued descending the staircase in silence. Hey there! Where are you living? No answer. Well, confound you then. But Raskolnikov was already stepping into the street on the Nikolaevsky Bridge. He was roused to full consciousness again by an unpleasant incident. A coachman, after shouting at him 2 or 3 times, gave him a violent lash on the back with his whip for having almost fallen under his horses. His horse's hooves. The lash so infuriated him that he dashed away to the railing. For some unknown reason, he had been walking in the very middle of the bridge in the traffic. He angrily clenched and ground his teeth. He heard laughter, of course. Serves him right. A pickpocket, I dare say. Pretending to be drunk for sure, and getting under the wheels on purpose. And you have to answer for him? It's a regular profession. That's what it is. But while he stood at the railing, still looking angry and bewildered after the retreating carriage, and rubbing his back, he suddenly felt someone thrust money into his hand. He looked. It was an old elderly woman with a kerchief and goatskin shoes. Mm, with a girl, probably her daughter, wearing a hat and carrying a green parasol. Take it, my good man, in Christ's name. He took it and they passed on. It was a piece of 20 kopecks. From his dress and appearance, they might well have taken him for a beggar, asking alms in the street. And the gift of 20 kopecks he doubtless owed to the blow, sorry, which made them feel sorry for him. He closed his hand and on the 20 kopecks walked on for 10 paces and turned facing the Neva, looking towards the palace. The sky was without a cloud, and the water was almost bright blue, which is so rare in the Neva. The cupola of the cathedral, which is seen at its best from the bridge about 20 paces from the chapel, glittered in the sunlight and in the pure air. Every ornament on it could be clearly distinguished. The pain from the lash went off, and Raskolnikov forgot about it. One uneasy and not quite definite idea occupied him, now completely. He stood still and gazed long and intently. Sorry, I got distracted. And intently. Oh, into the distance. This spot was especially familiar to him. When he was attending the university, he had hundreds of times, generally on his way home, stood still on this spot and gazed at this truly magnificent spectacle and almost always marveled at a vague and mysterious emotion aroused in him. It left him strangely calm. This gorgeous picture was for him blank and lifeless. He wondered mm, every time at this sombre and enigmatic impression and his mistrusting himself. But off finding the explanation of it, he vividly recalled those old doubts and perplexities, and it seemed to him that it was no mere chance that he recalled them now. It struck him as strange and grotesque that he should have stopped at the same spot as before, as though he actually imagined he could think the same thoughts, be interested in the same theories and pictures that had interested him so short time ago. He felt almost amusing, and yet it wrung his heart. Deep down, hidden far away out of his sight, all seemed to him now. All his old past, his old thoughts, his old problems and theories, his old impressions, and that picture of himself. And all he felt as though he were flying upwards and everything was vanishing from his sight, making an unconscious movement with his hand. He suddenly became aware of the piece of money in his fist. He opened his hand, stared at the coin, and with the sweep of his arm flung into the water. When he turned and went home, it seemed to him he had cut himself off from everyone and from everything at that moment. I think we'll just wrap it there. It's kind of late. Short video.